I went back to the doctor and said, really? Never had that happen. Make me feel really special, you know?
That's what he told the 3 other people before you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't do it. It was a good idea, you know. So have I seen you in glasses before then?
I had lost my glasses yesterday. So they asked me to both of my contacts and glasses.
So you didn't want to wear glasses, but you figured.
But I figured in case of a backup, I ever even drop one or do something or something happens, I just have a backup in case.
You figured you've been driving for 5 years now without glasses. It's time to. Yeah.
Started putting his hand out on the road and is there? Am I still on the pavement? It doesn't sound like it.
Try to get them, but I didn't have the insurance at the time, so.
They're pretty cheap down in Mexico. Have you got them? Yeah. You got a passport? I said, have you got a passport? You get them in Mexico? They're pretty cheap down there. Yeah.
They recommended me, but it's the same price.
Same what? Price? Oh, okay.
We're getting one over here. Figured out to get them over here. Yeah, they did recommend me. They were telling me, they're like, oh yeah, go to Mexico. It's cheaper, it's easier. And I figured, no, it's the same price. Once you check it out, it's the same price.
Man, that's hard to believe, you know. Every time I go to get glasses, the frames alone are like $300.
I got the what was it? I got the glass screening. You know, they did, and the glasses were supposed to be $50 or whatever. So they did the the full test and then the glasses for $50, and they were like tri levels. I was just trying to get like reading glasses in the middle and then clear on the bottom and the top. And they were going to do like a progressive glass for that. And then I was tried to pay for it with a credit card. They were like, oh no, we only take cash. So I left. So I had my eye exam for free.
That's cheap.
Yeah. and they just told me all I need is reading glasses. So I was like, well, I'm not going to go back and get them. So I just got reading glasses.
And they were probably so cheap.
Cheap, I could have got back. Huh?
You know, they made them for somebody else.
Is he? You think so? Yeah. No, they were going to make them there, I guess, within the hour or whatever. It's like any.
I mean, they were close, right?
Huh?
They were pretty close to the guy that.
Yeah. I'll just give them to you. Yeah, the shop only had that one pair sitting there, and he just. I love that. Can you see this?
Well, Eduardo, you're a good rider, buddy. What do you? What's your background?
Well, originally from here, attended a year at ASU.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You've been at the university already.
Yeah. I'm transferred back over here. I'm just huge into sports. I mean, I read tons of articles and kind of got an idea of how the style goes, and just got try to stand out in a way, but also make it look professional at the same time. Just do a good job. And I've always had a like for English classes. So whenever they tell us in English class, oh, you got to write such and such essay or such and such thing, really for me it wasn't that much of a problem. Yeah, I was told, got it. And I mean, I could write my own English paper and I could edit it myself and arrange it to however I want.
We just took over this other table, though.
I don't even know who's supposed to be here.
But we didn't want it looking vacant,
Yeah. And I could fill up a lot of.
I have one group that's still supposed to be showing up. Those two didn't call. And I tried getting a hold of Verizon and said, oh yeah, we're coming at 10:30. And I'm like,
Well, if they bring food, they can sit here. We'll move out of the way. Yeah. I've got cinnamon rolls over here. Yeah.
Giving away coffee.
Yeah. They're charging for the. You can charge for your coffee then.
I could bring some punch to put in the cup.
Yeah.
So what do you know that guy from? Did you know that football player?
Yes, actually, met him. It was earlier this semester. I met another guy that same day. We were walking down to Little Caesars, and across the street they were asking. They recently had moved here, and they were asking, oh hey, do you guys have a car? Can you give us a ride? And we to go to Circle K, can I get this and that? And my other buddy was like, yeah, sure. And so he gave him a ride over there, exchanged numbers, and he told me, he was like, oh yeah, we're part of the football team. Because he looked pretty framed. So
Yeah.
I'm like, football team or something? He's like, yeah, fullback. And then I told my buddy, I'm like, hey, do you have his number? He goes, yeah. So I give him a call. I'm like, hey, I'm writing such and such article. I'm going to talk with the coach. If I can get the coach, can I do an interview on you? He's like, oh yeah, absolutely. So yesterday was actually Matt. He was telling me, where's the article? Where's the article? Where is it? I want to see it. I want to see it. I'm like, should I already put that out?
Well, I hope I didn't mess up your style too much, because I always
No. I mean, I liked it because it was. I honestly, when I saw mine, I thought it was a little too short. I thought it was a little too short what I had written. I mean, I liked the core of what I had written, but it was just gonna be about this much, maybe. If I had done it like my way, I didn't have it. Oh no, but it was just a couple of words that were added, but eventually like maybe another paragraph total of words, but. For some reason, like I said, it just still looks like mine. But like I said, but with a little bit more.
Usually what happens to them when I get them, I cut like 20 or 30% out of it. You know how, because you see me do that.
Yeah.
And I don't take any of the content out. I just shorten it down. I tighten it up.
Exactly.
So I don't think it's longer than it was when you had it in. It just looks longer on the page, And plus, I put those little subtitles in there like that, so it kind of expands it out.
Yeah.
And I probably rearranged something in there.
No, I noticed one of the paragraphs was earlier than what I had seen.
Yeah.
I think I posted in the middle or the end.
Yeah.
But it was just rearranged. So whatever works. No, like I said, I just thought the core of itself was actually. I didn't think I did a bad job on it, but I mean, it was just I already felt that it was supposed to be rearranged.
So am I going to get a series of sports articles this semester then?
Yes, sir. That's my main focus. Trying to see if I can get into a program at West Virginia.
Yeah.
See if I can get into a program for sports.
Like sports writing or something?
Yeah, sports journalism. Yeah, I think they had a online program, CTC, tuition rates and everything. See how that works out.
They have a special sports writer for Arizona Western too, or they did for a while. I don't know if they still have them.
Well, Zach writes a lot of stuff, but
I mean, a few years ago, didn't they have just a dedicated writer? I don't know if that was at the Sun or.
Well, I've been doing it for.
You had.
Off and on 7 years or something. So I don't know. I mean, yeah, it seems like the people who are into writing for sports, that's what they want to do, and then everybody else doesn't want to do that because they don't.
Don't really understand all the intricacies.
Yeah, you gotta understand the sport, and then there's a certain style for that. So it seems like there's just kind of like two types of people in the world, There's sports writers and non-sports writers. But we got, softball and baseball coming up that we got to cover.
I saw them actually
playing the women's softball. I see. Said I'm coming out of class and they've got the women's softball going on every day.
Yeah, well, that's the way it's divided.
Yeah.
Women play softball.
Yeah.
Men play baseball.
It's not really soft though.
Huh?
Ball's not really soft.
Soft?
Though.
No. Have you played a lot of sports too?
Yeah, I played a couple.
What ones were you into?
I played football and basketball in school.
Football, okay.
High school. Played some flag football in middle school, some baseball school, a little bit of dodgeball. Kickball was always fun.
Yeah.
Elementary school. But yeah, we used to do flag football in elementary school. That's when we started.
What were you majoring in up at ASU?
I was doing general business, but I was more interested in getting to the journalism program.
Yeah.
Initially, it was my idea of just doing business administration, but after I got a feel of the curriculum and everything, I mean, I just thought that it wasn't exactly what I wanted to do, and I was looking to transfer over to the School of Journalism, but I didn't qualify with the standards that they had. I qualified with my ACT score, so they were telling me, you know, you can take your ACT score, but that whatever that score is, if it's lower or higher, that's what you can take.
Yeah.
And so that was the risk that I was running, either the ACT score that I have right now, or decide later on to transfer over. Transfer is actually much more easier.
Yeah.
Much easier than an undergraduate.
When you took the ACT, did you study for it?
Yes, I did. For weeks, in fact. We were taking it in high school, actually. It was part of our AP program, and our teacher actually set us up with taking the ACT, along with our counselors who were working with us as well. They coordinated it, and so they helped us study, give us study books, sessions, different tests that they put on us just to measure and everything. But at that point, the only one that I think that I was in trouble with was science. English, math. At that point, I think it was doing calculus at that time, so it wasn't that difficult. Most of the stuff that we were doing, I already knew it. But yeah, science was the only one that I was completely lost.
Let me guess. You're from South County? You're from South County? Like, you're from Yuma?
Yeah, from San Luis actually.
From where?
San Luis?
San Luis?
Yeah.
South County.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. No, I figured that because the way you were talking about, like, your counselors, like, really gearing up for the standardized test, that's what they do down there.
Yeah.
And they're hardcore about that.
Oh, yeah.
Homero Chavez.
Yes. Mr. Chavez, yes.
Yeah.
He used to be my counselor when I was in elementary school.
Yeah, I heard them talking about that, man, and they got that down. That's their thing down there.
Oh, yeah, the counselors actually do a great job down there. A lot of the ladies down at the high school, they did an extraordinary job.
Yeah.
They help us out. A lot of the students, I think, probably I want to say at least the top 100 students in the class out of like 500 actually ended up going to college or university. And then the second tier of 100 students went to college or university.
What are you saying? You had a graduating class of 500?
Over 500.
You're kidding me.
Over 500.
That's like, so you got like 2,500 students in San Luis High?
Close to that. It's a 5A school.
That's huge, man. Imagine, because like 10 years ago, they didn't have a high school down there.
I know.
You know, like all those people, like
Yeah.
thousands of people had to bus up to.
Yeah. Some people,
That's a long ride.
That's amazing, man.
like I said, 100 out of the first tier of 100 students, most of them ended up mostly ended up going to U of A. A couple of us ended up going to ASU. Very, very few went to NAU at all. And a lot of them actually ended up in good programs here at AWC. And then the second tier of students actually ended up here at AWC as well.
Yeah, I remember something happened like 5 years ago or something. I remember that because I was like honors director, so I would go down there all the time and talk to like the top level students and stuff. And they were telling me that ASU started some kind of thing where if you had a certain GPA, or maybe it was even like family income or something. It was like you were guaranteed like tuition waiver at ASU or something. It blew my mind. Whatever it was like, wow. You know, where are they coming up with the money for that? So I think for a while, they were sending a lot of people to ASU because a lot of people in South County, they qualified for ASU.
Yeah, my cousins actually ended up going to that program. My oldest cousin, she actually is doing the aerospace engineer. She did that program at ASU full ride. Yeah, took a full ride with that program, and she's about to actually graduate this year.
So you don't hang around the South Campus much. You don't take your classes down there.
No. I mean, I'm living in Somerton, so it's a little bit tough to be going back and forth. So I figure I'd just stay with this main campus. Plus, most of the classes that I need are all in the main campus anyway.
Well, you must be getting close to finishing like your second year or something.
Yeah, pretty close actually. Pretty close. Other generals are actually taken care of. The math courses, everything's already taken care of. I just need to, with the accounting program, I just need to take a couple more classes with to finish managerial accounting, and then that spreadsheet going on right now, and then I gotta take a couple other courses, and probably want to say maybe by either next fall or next spring. It should be done at the latest.
Cake.
Yes.
So you doing business?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, but either switching all the way to journalism or at least doing a minor.
Well, they have an awesome journalism program up at ASU.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They do.
And they've got their own building.
It's huge. It is.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really high tech. They even got a museum in there.
They have a strict English test or class you have to go through before you can start that. I think, right?
So.
Yeah.
I was looking. Yeah, either if you don't meet the standards, you need to pass the test to make up for a requirement that you don't have. Yeah. So in my case, if it was my ACT score, I would have to take that test in order to actually pass it or get it made into it.
So they do have a way around it, like a way around the ACT.
Right, but you still have to pass a pretty high score with that test.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I was hoping it would be as easy as the Ames was, but unfortunately not.
Yeah.
Not by the stories that
Come on, man. I guess they're doing away with the Ames test anyway. They're saying it's too easy or something.
It is, honestly. I passed it by my sophomore year. That was the first time I ever for high school students on my sophomore year. I was done with it. So every year we had a specialized time that was done for the 8th since it wasn't in passing. Just kept trying. I passed it since sophomore year. I was just standing there, sitting there, just quiet, nothing. I'd already passed it.
Well, that's why you were one of the ones that went on to the university, like straight to the university.
Well, they gave me the option to stay here, but I mean, I just thought that I just wanted to go to the Big Ten, just go to the big city. I always wanted to look forward to it. Everybody was leaving. So I thought, why not?
Do you live on campus?
Mm-hmm.
Were you on campus?
Yeah, I was living on campus at Tempe. It was great.
Yeah.
It was.
I lived down in that area a long time. I said I lived down there a long time in Tempe. I started at ASU in 1986. I said I started at ASU in 1986.
Oh wow!
I think I took my first English class there. English 102. That's what it was. Yeah.
And he graduated with distinction, and so
is that right?
Then the CIA.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, now we need somebody to you go keep an eye on what they're doing down at AWC.
Yeah.
I mean, they actually do stuff like that.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised, but you know, they recruit people and stuff like that.
Now, that was the first class I ever did well in English. I always had a hard time in English. And I was supposed to write some story, and I did really awful on that. But then the rest of the class, I like did the best papers I ever did. I had never done well in a English class before. I got lucky. Sometimes I write good, other times it's awful.
It happens. English 102, I was surprised it was actually not that hard.
No.
I think English 102 was not that hard at all.
Here?
Oh, it is. I took 101 over here and then did 102 over there.
It varies a lot, though, from place to place, and you know who you get. It's just a huge variation.
No, I just picked a specific time, and I didn't know anything about the teacher. Why not? I mean, she was a good teacher. I don't know. She was a good teacher, but I mean, it wasn't all essay writing. That was the nice part. That you got an essay due next week. Like, it was just where we would read and make a couple blogs here and there.
Yeah.
Group discussions.
Yeah.
And then there was just an essay about what we discussed. So just keeping the class involved very well. I like it.
Was it like a regular professor, or was it probably like a graduate student?
I think it was a regular professor.
I still have my ID from there. They got the Social Security number on there.
Really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious, man.
That was the idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've got all my stuff in in the military. You engrave everything with your Social Security number. Everybody promoted that before. Got my iron. I got an iron that I got for ironing my shirts and stuff with the Social Security number on. My underwear is stamped with it still, towels.